Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, my name's Sasha. I love anything shimmery, glittery, sparkling. I love indie makeup, guys. Love indie makeup. If you guys haven't noticed, I started my journey this year and I gotta say I have an obsession for indie palettes, and one of my favorite brands, one of my top favorite brands is Adept Cosmetics. And for today's video, it's gonna be my first time using this palette that I just got yesterday. So this is the Plain Jane Remastered palette. So I finally had a chance to get this palette and it's so beautiful. So this is like an all shimmer palette, so it's like a mix of dual chromes, multi-chromes. I mean, they're all shimmery. They all have different shifts. I did swatch it earlier because I took pictures and video clips from my Instagram and TikTok because I love doing that, and it's already wearing off because of everything I was doing beforehand. But I'm gonna just show you guys the swatches on another day that I'm gonna record. But so if you guys are into this kind of makeup content and want to see more, then make sure to subscribe to my channel because I'd love to have you guys here. So let's get right into it. So I already have most of my face makeup done besides my blush, highlight. I don't have powder on in case I have to add a little concealer to clean it up. Since this is an all shimmer palette, I'm going to be using my other Adept Cosmetic palettes as well, so I'm like, might as well. I want to do like a fall transitional look today, so hopefully I can achieve that look. So I kind of want to do like orangey yellows. So I have the Heather Austin palette right here. So this has been used like quite a good amount. So yeah, this one's like a very squishy, but it's so pretty though, the scrub shade. It does give you a warning that some shades might move around because it's just so soft. Like some of them are soft and then some are softer than others. And then this one, oh my gosh, I love this one so much. The formula is, this is like a new formula too, so it's really good. So I'm gonna use probably some of the oranges. I have no idea, but let's just jump right into the look. I already have my eyes prepped with the Dose of Colors concealer instead of an eye primer. The first shade I'm gonna use is probably a hint of Mythology. So from the Heather Austin palette, gonna put it right here, kind of pat it in. I'm gonna add a lot of colors, so I'm doing a very transitional fall look. I'll probably soften it up with another shade. And now I want to go to the House of L palette in the Rogue L. This one was inspired by Superman, the old show. Or a movie. It's a movie. And I'm just gonna put this, I'm gonna put this right here. I'm gonna get more of that shade. Added more right here too. It's like a nice orange shade. Now I'm gonna go back to the Mythology shade again and then add more of that shade. Just right there. Just kind of pat it in. I'm gonna get the Soar L from the House of L palette. It's like this shade right here. It's really shifty. And I'm just gonna add it like right here. Kind of on top of that yellow. Ooh. Okay. And then I'll probably use my finger a little more. The House of L palette doesn't have a mirror, so but the other ones do, like the bigger ones. And then yeah, I'm just gonna use my finger to kind of pat it in. Oh, this is a gorgeous shade. Ooh, it's so textury. And I'm gonna use my brush, kind of pat it in and kind of blend it slightly, not too much. Okay, now for the Plain Jane Remaster, we're gonna add some shimmers, and I'm gonna use the AC12 right here. So look at that. Like when I was watching this palette, oh my god, this palette, it's like some of them, they're mostly like, they feel like shimmery, like none of them feel too soft. So that's a good thing. And I like soft, like it feels soft, but you know, in the other palettes there's some squishies, but I don't think there's any squishy shades in this one. So I'm just gonna add this right here. So I'm gonna do a lot of mixture of shimmers because I love shimmers, guys. Yes, I really want to test out this this Plain Jane Remastered palette. And I think I'm gonna do, you know, one eye off camera, so it kind of matches well with that one a little bit. So now I'm going to add another shade. I think I want to add this shade right here, the AC12. I mean the AC13. So this one's kind of like beige, greenish, yellowish. I'm going to put it right here. Ooh, this one's like more finer, almost like satin, almost. So ooh, yeah, that one's a little bit too satiny, so I think I'm gonna add like a shimmer on top of that. So let's just, yeah, that one's very subtle. So this will be a nice first soft glam. Yeah, I'm gonna use this to brighten it up, the AC15. It's this shade right here. This one has some texture, so hopefully, actually, let me use my finger. I'm gonna use my finger. Ah! Yeah, some of them, this one feels satiny too, but at least this one has some pop. So I'm just gonna mix it on top so I can have that little soft pop to the eye. And then, yes, I'm gonna add another shimmer in the inner corner, like has a pop. And this one's very satiny. Ooh, I like the mixture of colors. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me just add that. It's very different. That's why I love Adept Cosmetics. Ooh, it's like kind of pinkish in a way. So I'm gonna add a little bit more, just kind of pat it. And yeah, so now I'm gonna add an inner corner. So now I'm gonna use the AC110. That's like the brightest one. And I think I'm gonna just use my finger. Oh, this one's so soft. I love this one. When I swatched it, it's so beautiful. It's not. So almost similar to that shade in a way, but more of a pop. So yeah, it's crazy because it looks white, so it's like it's an iridescent shade. And I'm just gonna add a little more of the AC110 right there, just rise it up a little bit, just a little bit. And there you go. So now I'm gonna do the bottom eye. So now I want to use AC11. And this one, I'm not sure, but I just want to use it on my bottom eye. Ooh. Let's see, I'm gonna just add it right here. Oh yeah, that adds like a little depth. So I think I'll probably just use it on the corner of the eye, and I'll add a different shimmer in the inner corner. So look at that. Ooh. So now I want to add AC19. So this is like the more greenish than the other green I used. The other green was like more, like it was kind of subtle. Kind of have to work that in because it's going in my eye. I hope you guys seen that because I'm just looking down. So yeah, this is a really cool look. So I used a lot of different shades. So that's why I said, oh yeah, fall transition. So I like that. I don't know if I want to add depth. I kind of like this because that other shade I used in the corner from the House of Out, that one's like really shifty. So it casts like a shadow. Alright, so now I'm gonna just go off camera, finish the other eye, have the rest of my makeup on, and this is the final look. And it did came out different than I thought it was gonna be. It came out like more pink and orange. I mean, it is a transitional fall. I don't know if you guys can tell, the highlight I actually use two shades from the Plain Jane Remastered palette. So yeah, I'll tell you guys which one. So let me give you some deets. Well, for the highlighter, like, you know, I went a little crazy, but I used, what shade was it? It was the AC110. So this is like very like a pink, it's an iridescent shade, but it's more like a pinky shade, and then I mixed it with this shade right here, AC15. So mostly this and then a little bit, a hint of this, because I don't want to be too dark. But yeah, it came out really pretty. And the lashes I'm wearing is by Voss Sexy, and I know it's like limited edition. I think these might be sold out, or it might be available still. And then for my waterline, you guys could see the hint of orange. I'm always using this orange when I feel like using orange. It's not a gel liner, but it's a shadow stick from About Face. This is in the shade Inferno, so it's very like, it's very poppy, that shade. And then for blush, if you guys are wanting for blush, I just decided to use my Gerard Cosmetics, and this is the Charm Your Cheeks, and I use these two shades right here. So I mixed these two shades to make it more like a fall blush pink, like a pink brown shade. And then for my lips, I'm always using my Gerard Cosmetics Lip Liner. I use the shade, I think this is Sugar and Spice. yeah, this is my brownish lip liner. And then for the lips, the lip gloss, I use my Cosmetics Everglass Lip Dew in the shade Secret. So those are my deets. And like whatever I'm wearing on my makeup, like on my videos, I always have it in the description down below. Like always, I'm trying to make it a good habit to keep going at it, you know. So let me just give you guys my first thought impressions of this Plain Jane Remastered palette. So I did use a mix of the 2 other palettes from the Heather Austin palette and the House of Elle palette. So yeah, you could do so many looks if you have all these palettes. Oh, you could do so many looks. Like the looks are endless. So another good thing about these palettes, that they are magnetic. So if you can get a magnetic empty palette, then you could take these out and make your own custom palette, or you could just customize your actual palette itself. You could just use these and just make your own custom one, or even with this one too, make your own custom palette. So that's what I really love about it. And then they have the names in the back as well. So now for my first thoughts impression of this palette. Well, the only thing, like this one took me by surprise. Like when I put it in my eyes, it was very like subtle. It was like very like satin like. I always say Satan. You guys, if I say Satan, I don't mean to. I meant to say satin. Satin like. So that one really took me by surprise. And I was really tempted by purples, but you guys know me, I love purples. I wanted to do a traditional fall kind of eye look. This is almost like summer meets fall in a way. Yeah, I really love the shimmers. Oh my gosh. Like when I swatch them, they look really pretty. So most of them, there's like a hint of like my swatches are already disappearing, but there's like a red brownish shades and a lot of purplish pinkish shades and a hints of greens. So those are like the 3 color group stories. And overall, for the price, I think it was like around 45 or something. I always forget the price, but I think it's totally worth because you get all the shimmers. I am going to be playing around with it, probably do more looks if you wanted to, or if you guys wanted to, or if I wanted to, I could do a look with just all shimmers. Like you could do a really pretty look with shimmers, but sometimes it could be like too shimmery. Like I don't know, I could do it one day, but I'll let you guys know. But so far I'm really happy with this purchase, and I'm going to put a lot of good use. So the formula, so far none of them feels squishy so far when I swatched them. So hopefully, yeah, hopefully, because I don't like ruining the beauty of the palettes, that's why. So hopefully it just continues being pretty as I'm using it. It's really hard to pinpoint the shades that really stand out to me. I think this one, oh my gosh, this one's really pretty. I don't think I used that one. So these shades are so pretty, and this one too. So the brownish shades, oh, that's why I was thinking of fall for this one. Gosh, and this one too, this one's so pretty. This one, I didn't use it today, but I think it's this one that's really pretty. I forgot which one it was. Yeah, it was this one. It's like a bluish, it's like a bluish silver purplish. Oh my gosh, that's very pretty. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be playing around with this palette and using one of my other Adept Cosmetics palettes as well. And that's about it. So I hope you guys had fun watching me play around making a look with all the 3 palettes. So I really want to do that because oh my gosh, I plan to get they're gonna be releasing restocking the, I don't know how to pronounce it, the Neophrin. Well, there's a palette that they're gonna bring back. Basically that's the one I've been waiting for a while, so I'm so excited for it. But let me know what you guys think. Do you guys have any Adept Cosmetics palettes? Because I'd love to hear what do you guys think about it. Which one's your favorite one so far? I mean, my very first one was a Heather Austin palette, and that one, I love the color story of it. Like, it's very versatile, this palette. But I think this one, I don't know, for some reason this one has my heart, because it's just the blues and the oranges. Those are my favorite complementary colors, that's why. And this one's just so pretty. This one I'm gonna play around with. This one's like all shimmer palette, so it's kind of like not fair. They're just all so beautiful. But let me know which one's your favorite palette, because I love to hear it. If you guys are new to my channel, I hope you guys consider subscribing, because I love to have you guys here. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.